This is going to be a meme. I guarantee it. Look at this. This is a man. This is a 16-year-old boy wearing those weird pasties that look like booba, but they're not. And that's what it is. It's ridiculous and spinning around. And thank God Sergeant Meatbus made it all the way over on the right there. Thank goodness that one made it out on the battlefield before snack time. But anyway, we'll go over here. This is Learning the Law at Manga Lawyer over on X.com. As you know, we tend to refer to this channel quite a bit because they have some information coming out, usually every day, on what's going on with at least Ubisoft and other game companies that just can't help but make their own lives more difficult than they need to be. So here we have it right here. And this is the design front to back. And you'll notice something immediately, that is not the build of good old 2B over in the Nier series whatsoever. In fact, that is very much looks like Raiden wearing one of those weird iParty costumes, right? Like you download a special mod that puts Raiden in like one of those French maid outfits. This is what Raiden would look like in a French maid outfit, you know, from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. You tell me I'm wrong that that's not Raiden. Tell me it's wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. And here, for comparison, here's what Stellar Blade did with that skin, okay? Here's Eve wearing the 2B skin from Nier. There it is. And so it gets worse, okay? So Endymion presents us with this from 4chan. I just want to show you this Endymion's post, okay? I'm not boosting it, all right? I'm not out here trying to steal it from him. And he asks, again, that's a very important question. Which way, Western Man? He's showing us the one from Stellar Blade, and then this comes from 4chan. Now, this is on a character called Iana. Now, of course, in Rainbow Six, they do have characters that are built in a less feminine fashion, I guess is a YouTube safe way to say that. I don't want to get the channel killed here, okay? So just bear with me with the colorful language that I use here, so that way we're not getting booted. Colorful is in rainbow language that we use here, so we don't get booted off of YouTube. We kind of like being able to stay on the edge of this information, and we can speak the code words, right? I'll see you down in the comments with the code words. We're going to freak them all out with that one. You know that, right? They're going to be down there analyzing all of it. Like, what does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? He capitalized that word. What does that mean? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. But anyway, back to this monstrosity right here. As you can see, this is on Iana. And the character Iana, of course, is, you know, built to look like a soldier, right? And of course, 2B is not in the original story. And again, we have Eve here, Eve wearing the 2B costume, the skin, and of course, she is very femininely styled. And so this is what we need to recognize here, is the deliberate choice for Ubisoft to put this on Iana, who is a character that is not built in a feminine fashion. And again, it's not as though they can't make another female body type for this. Again, it's not like Iana's the only female character you could play in the game. That would be sexist. So let's take a look at the introduction trailer to this whole collab, and it's just dumb, all right? So here it is, Yana wearing the costume, robot shows up, it's doing target practice. Ooh, oh, look at the textures. Wow, somebody's job was worth that. And so they're running around doing, look at this jaw. Look at that jaw. We're just gonna zip back here to that. Look at that. Look at that. That is ridiculous. That's, wow. Wow, look at that. That is a hard jawline right there. From the side, that kind of looks like, it was the actor that played, doesn't that kind of look like Benedict Cumberbatch from the side? Like a side profile of Benedict Cumberbatch? I could be wrong. Maybe it's the nose that slopes a little different. I don't know. Maybe it's Ryan Reynolds from the side a little bit. Kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely doesn't look like 2B, I'll tell you that. And so we're going around, they're doing target practice. Ooh, so cool. Then we get Emil's face. And then after I did this video about Yoko Taro, and he's been defending like adult material being available in Japan, you know, so I think they did this on purpose. I think because Yoko Taro I didn't mean that word, prefers, not the other word with a V in it. That'll get us kicked off of YouTube for sure. But anyway, I think Yoko Taro has a preference for feminine body types, you know, and Ubisoft wants to punish him, okay? Because unless you played for the, again, it's not really important because it's a hidden boss at the end of the game, you have to defeat one of Emil's clones. I did my research. And even then, after the clone is defeated, Emil is speaking through it and expressing to 2B that he has caused her trouble, you know? And so regret or whatever in what has been his fate in this whole arrangement. And so the character is not a villain, is what I'm trying to get at, okay? Emil is not presented as a villain. And yet, look what happens. And Drop says, target practice. There it is. Bang. Shoots it in the teeth. Shoots it in the teeth, right? And particularly in the smile, right? And again, you know, they're thinking that they're teaching this guy a lesson. I guarantee you they did all of this on purpose, because once again, I have to remind you, the Emil clones that you're fighting are spheres, not flat plates, okay? They deliberately did this in order to show you a mask, right? And shooting that mask. Now, I don't know how you feel about this, but high-profile people being harmed in Japan by firearms, not a cool thing to, like, talk about, right? Not a cool thing to, like, I don't know, glorify, make look cool. I know I'm a little crazy thinking that. They probably shouldn't, like, incite violence against somebody, but it's a little strange, it's a little on the nose for me that they would choose Emil out of all of this to attack. And again, like, Emil's a tragic character on top of that. And I get that he had the clones that you had to fight and that kind of thing. But Emil, as he's represented wearing that face, and again, as Yoko Taro walks around, only making that his visage, right? As far as I know, unless Yoko Taro has been caught at, like, the hospital, like Rey Mysterio was, nobody's seen under the mask, out in public anyway, right? Like that Daft Punk stuff. So that's, you know, that's pretty, like, we know what you're getting at, Ubisoft. At least that as soon as I saw this, I was like, whoa, they want to end that guy because he has the opposite opinion of feminine body types than them. I promise you, that's why they made 2B into this brick. Look at that. Look at that. That's a dude. That's a 16-year-old boy wearing those rubber fake boobas, and that's just a dude. I'm sorry, Iana, the character, the body type you were based off of, whatever. I'm sorry. This is escapism, okay? When you're going and doing this stuff with these characters that are shapely, like, here, let me ask you this one, all right? Let's say they introduce Bayonetta, but they put over on Overwatch, but they put her on, Soldier 76's body, okay? We'll keep with the white hair motif. So, you know, that's the only skin that you can apply that to, by the way. So you get Soldier 76 running around wearing Bayonetta's costume and doing all of Bayonetta's animation and Bayonetta's voice lines coming out of it, right? Their catchphrases or whatever coming out of it, right? And that's what this is. This is completely ridiculous. It's a meme. As soon as people get to play this character, they're going to start equipping all of the different skins to do all the trans stuff and make a big joke about it. They're going to start dancing around, doing dance emotes, purposely, you know, taking themselves out of the game or taking their partners out of the game, because I believe in Rainbow Six, friendly fire is on. I believe you can down your teammates. So that's going to be great. That's going to be great. They don't think any of this through. This was an incredibly immature attempt at making, well, honestly, sending a message to Yoko Taro. Like, this can't be any more clear about what they intend, right? That they hate this guy with a passion. So they destroyed the character he's most well known for, because 2B is the one he's most well known for, despite wearing the visage of Emil all the time. And that's how this works. That's how this works, okay? And I could be mispronouncing the character the whole time, that it's not Emil, whatever. But what I'm trying to drive home is that they have 100% done this in order to get back at this guy. And it might be pure jealousy from the studio. It may not be this whole, like, you like feminine body types thing. It may not be that. It may be the studio being jealous that Nier and Nier Automata and the other Nier series, other parts of the Nier series, have gone on to be more storied and beloved than the Ubisoft properties currently are. So there could just be a streak of jealousy on the corporate level that has inspired this. But in no way is this collaboration meant to shine any positive light on the Nier series or Yoko Taro. And if I were Yoko Taro, I would be reaching out to my lawyer and saying, hey man, we need to talk about just what they meant about shooting me in the smile, if you will. That's pretty creepy. But, you know, it's one of those things that you have to deal with when you go out into, like, learning about all this stuff as it happens in front of us, right? So what I'm getting at is that they're going to continue doing this. They're going to continue pushing this agenda, and they're going to continue ramming it down our throats. They're not going to take any lesson here. We've tried to teach them a lesson, right? We've tried to make them understand. So what I'm asking you going forward is that you do mock this, is that you do meme it, is that you go ahead and do all this crazy, stupid things you want to do with that skin in the game. Have all the fun. Make sure you make shorts out of it. Make sure you start a gaming channel around all that and really shame and ridicule them for doing this. And make it very well known that you like Yoko Taro and you like the original 2B much better than the refrigerator that you're running around the battlefield as right now. All right? The leather-clad refrigerator at that. So that's just what I want to stress, guys, is that in no way is this a good thing, a positive thing, or I don't even know if, like, it's a safe thing, to be honest with you, right? And I'm not talking about, like, legal issues, but that's pretty, like, on the nose to shoot a character that's not a bad guy in the game directly, right? He ends up being a bad clone, you know, a clone, though, even. And even then, the clone's remorseful. But I digress. The way that that face is more popularly known is that it's Yoko Taro's visage that he goes to interviews and in public, you know, goes to conventions wearing all the time, anywhere he goes in public. It's a very clear message, in my opinion. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this. If you think that they're trying to, you know, make it clear to this guy that he should get out of the gaming thing or else, you know, it might be bad for his health, that would be pretty evil to do, but I don't put it past Ubisoft anymore. There's a lot of people over there that aren't thinking 10 minutes into the future, let alone 5. But let me know down in the comments, guys, and as always, good luck out there.